Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Sociology Analytica. This is Pooja Prasanna, your sociology faculty. So let's start with today's question. So the question is sociology a value-free science? Is sociology a value-free science? It's a 10-mark question. Okay, it's a 10-mark question. That means you have to write 150 words. So it's actually a very simple question, honestly. Is sociology, do you think that sociology can be a value-free science? So there are two words, value-free and then value-laden. I'm pretty sure you must be knowing what is a value-free and then a value-laden study. So now the keyword. So let's start with the introduction. The keyword should be the introduction should be regarding the keyword. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the value free as my keyword, and I'll start with that keyword is in my introduction. Okay. So I'm going to define what is a value free in sociological research. Okay. So give us very simple and brief definition of what is a value free analysis. So I have taken that a value freedom in sociological research refers to the ability of a researcher to keep his or her own values. Okay, that is, you're not going to use your value system while you conduct any sociological research. That is, whatever your value system will be there, you don't take that into consideration. You don't keep that into consideration whenever you evaluate, whenever you take any decision, whenever you interpret anything. You don't put your value system in your sociological research. This is nothing but value free analysis. So what type of value? You can also add type of values like your personal value, your political value, your religious value. Sometimes in Indian context, you can also write caste value. Okay, your caste value. So all these value, whatever the value system you will be having, you will keep everything aside when you conduct an experiment. This is nothing but value free analysis. Now coming to the body part. What you can do is either in body part or here itself, in the next para itself, what you can do is you can write one or two thinkers who professed for a value-free analysis of sociology. So you can write, a classic, either Durkheim or August Comte. So most of the positivists, in generally, most positivists would be professing for a value-free science. Okay. They usually profess for scientific analysis. Along with scientific analysis, they also talk about what? That it should be value free. So you can write Durkheim in his study of suicide, he was value free, or August Comte in general, he says that we need to go for a value free positivistic analysis of sociology. So just give one or two thinkers name, that is more than sufficient. Now moving to the next part of the body, that is, the question is sociology a value free science? Is sociology a value free science is the question. So what you can do is you can take a stand. Okay, you may believe that yes, sociology is a positivist, sociology is a value free science. And who would be telling this? Most of the positivists actually would take this stand. But then most of non-positivists, critical social scientists, feminists, etc., they don't believe that sociology can be value free. Okay, so what you have to do is you can either take a stand. If you take a stand, what happens? You have to give only input of that particular stand. You can take yes as a stand. Okay, you can take a yes as a stand, and you have to give only positivist points. You can also take no as a stand, and you can only focus on non-positivist perspective also. But what I would say is, don't take a stand. Just write all the points where sociology is value free in first, and then you can go ahead and can write that sociology is not value free science. Okay, you can take both the stand, and then you can have a neutral conclusion at the end. So that would be the perfect way of answering such questions. Okay, did you understand this? And also let me tell you one thing. So most of students, what I have seen is that they will start their answer even much before introduction itself. What they'll do is they'll start their answer as like, yes, it is value free. Something like that they'll do. Or some students will go, no, it is not value free. See, please do not start your answer with yes or no format, because it's going to be so difficult that you have to take only that format. Always maintain neutral stand. So please do not start with yes or no format. Okay, did you understand with the format? Moving on with the content now. So what I said is, I'm going to take this and that, both the stand also. So let's start with sociology as a value free science. Yes, some thinkers do believe that it is value free science. What you have to do is you just write few characteristics, few features of how sociology is value free science. See, in the previous question we did talk about sociology being positivistic, that is sociology using positivism or natural science. See, please do not write each and everything, understand, please do not write each and every point whatever you can think that sociology being science. We are not focusing on just science. What are we focusing here? We are focusing on value free science. So this is the key point. So your characteristics should also consider the points which indicates that sociology is a value free science. Did you understand this? Don't write randomly, write specifically. So what I've done is I've taken few characteristics which specify that sociology is value free science. Like, it is intersubjective reliability. I'm just going with the answer, no thinking that you all have studied already, okay? Because I was checking with the comment section, some of them, some of you are telling, ma'am, please explain. See, this is not a classroom program. In classroom I will explain each and everything, what is intersubjectivity, what is this, what is that. But this is not, this is just a daily answer writing program. So I'm just gonna tell you what you have to include, okay? So in case if you have any doubt, you can come to the institution, you can just contact me, I'll explain you all that. But here in this video, and I'll be only explaining what you have to write, okay? Did you understand this? Yes. So few points like sociology has intersubjective reliability. Next, we can have generalization and grand theory from sociological understanding. We can make, that is, for example, for this you can give Durkheim's example, because Durkheim gave a generalization of his theory of suicide. He made a generalization. Sociology, they profess that sociology should study from what? It should study only empirical facts, and we should maintain objectivity. And then quantifiability. So whatever you study, the whole world, the whole social world can be quantified, okay? For example, it can be quantified as male or female, okay? You can quantify as male or female or transgender. You can quantify as anything, whatever you want to quantify, you can quantify. So basically the whole social world can be quantified, okay? So these are the points which actually profess, which tells that sociology is a value free science. But now let's go to the other debate, that is sociology is not a value free. So most of these points would be given by whom? Most of these points would be given by positivist. So what you have to do is, even if you are adding any thinker, you please add some positivist, whosoever studies from positivism, you please add those thinkers, Auguste Comte, Durkheim, etc. Now moving on to the not a value free science. Here I've taken a few points. The first and foremost point where you can sense that the value of a thinker comes, it creeps down during the experimentation, is that the stage of experimentation. See, stage of experimentation is one of the popular characteristic of studying sociology as a science, isn't it? So the way science studies stage by stage, even sociology also studies stage by stage. That is what they say. But then in every stage, you can see that the thinker's value coming in. For example, the choice of topic itself. See, for example, if you go with a feminist will not study about a man. A feminist will always study about a female. If you go from Marxist perspective, a Marxist never cares about capitalist. He always cares about bourgeois. Sorry, he always cares about proletariats, that is working class people. So that means what? Marx always had his value. What value he had? He actually showed that in his experimentation. So not just a choice of topic, even in the interpretation also. See, this again, it's a very classic research. So both Karl Marx and Durkheim studied religion, but then Marx said religion is it is having a negative impact on the society, that is, it is having dysfunctionality on the society. Whereas Durkheim also studied religion. He said religion is positive to society, that is, it is functional to the society. Understand, the way you interpret is very much different. The way, whatever your value system will be there, based on that value system you will interpret. And not just interpretation, the final formulation of theory also, that is what they say. So Karl Marx say that religion should go away from the society. There should not be anything like religion. It's a opium. But then Durkheim says religion should stay, because religion kind of combines people. It creates solidarity among the people. Understand? So in every stage of experimentation, your value comes in. So this, this should be your first point. The next point, you can talk from feminist perspective. That is, again, feminists also say that most of sociologists are men, and most of them, what do? They study from men's perspective. Okay, whatever they study, class or caste system, religion, let them study any topic. Most of them would be studying from the men's perspective or from the male perspective. So feminist has given given a topic, they actually given a phrase or a keyword. What is that? It's called as mainstream sociology. What is mainstream? That is sociology studied by men, for men, for the sake of men. Understand? And next is Marxist perspective. Marxist perspective also, they what does they say? They also say that most of society, it consists of what values? It consists of dominant value. Okay, so what happens is, whenever you study anything, so you can clearly see how dominant value creeps in. So most of the time, the lower section value is not even taken into consideration. And what does most Marxists say? That most of the sociologists do have dominant value system. So they again study from the dominant value itself. The last point I've taken here is interpretive school of thought. So you can write anybody to that matter. So because most of the interpretive school believe that, sociology cannot be value free. Somewhere your value system will come, when you conduct the experimentation. So here I've taken few people who again have told that it is highly impossible. Roger Gom, Alvin Gardner, Howard Becker, all these, they belong to different school of thought, but they come under a umbrella bracket of interpretive school of thought. All of these people believe that sociology can never be studied as a value-free science. Somewhere value of a researcher will always creep into the sociological research. Okay, did you understand? See, if you can think of any other thinkers, that is totally fine. You can just add as many as you can. But as it is a 10-mark question, so don't just balance both the points and then write it. Okay, now going to the last part of our answer, that is the conclusion. In the conclusion, what you can do is, you can actually take a neutral stand. I always prefer that you should take a neutral stand. So what I have done is, to conclude, I have concluded from Weber's point or Weber's word. So what Weber has told, that see, value freedom is impossible. You cannot be value free at all. It's not possible. But a sociologist should be personally objective in their research. That what is that? See, you need to maintain little objectivity. Okay, you need to maintain little objectivity. Value freedom is not, it's impossible. Your value will always be there. Okay, you are brought up in certain value system. You cannot let it go. But what you can do is, you can study from the objective perspective. Did you understand? You can conclude this answer with this Weber's word, or any other word, whichever you can think of. Okay, did you understand? So it's a very simple question. So this ends with our chapter 2. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to tell is that I was again going through the comment section. Most of you were asking, ma'am, will you give the answer, like a model answer? See, this itself is a model answer. Let me tell you this. See, I am not writing the whole answer, and I won't be posting it. What I'll be doing is, I'll be giving you a content, how to write, how not to write. Okay, answer should come from you. I'm just giving you the model style of how to write, but I'm not going to give you the whole answer so that you will copy again. See, please don't cultivate the copy paste, style of answer writing, because the more you practice that, you will not have your own individuality or originality. So take the content, ask from someone, that is fine. Take content from me, that is fine. But then please write in your own style. Okay, all these things, whatever I'm telling, please write in your own style, because you study any book, in all the books, most of the books, the content will be there. Maybe you don't know how to take the content, and I'm teaching you how to take the content. But you have to write one statement at least in your own words. Okay, please keep that in mind. Okay, for in case if you have any further doubt, please drop your doubts in the comment section. Thank you all.